Hello guys, and welcome back to our podcast, Grim Reading Kings, where we talk about anything spooky and strange. My name is Sammy. We also have
Tom.
And I'm Tamsin.
We upload our podcast every Monday, and if you watch us, we upload every episode to our YouTube channel every Friday. We also have a Patreon where we upload a full uncut, unedited episode every Monday, and you don't want to miss last week's.
No, don't.
I mean...
Don't say any words. I know you're trying to.
Move on.
Yeah, maybe skip out last week's. Just watch next week's instead. Or this week's. And a Facebook page where you can join in on conversations. Tell us your stories and share your thoughts on each weekly episode. All of these are linked in our description, so please do check them all out and subscribe. And if you enjoy these stories, please give us a like and a thumbs up.
So my name is Tom.
My name is Sammy.
I'm Tamsin.
Where we talk about anything and everything spooky and strange.
In this series we discuss film curses,
Dark history.
Murder mystery.
local stories,
Spooky.
Get out right now.
That's how you kill someone.
I'm going to do a warning.
actual human skeletons, as
Psychopathic tendencies.
The last thing to know is the actual injuries.
Right, let's go again.
In this series, we discuss haunted pubs in Britain, and the pub I have chosen for my story is ranked as one of the most famous and dangerous smugglers' dens, located about a mile from Land's End, the most westerly point in England. My pub of choice is the First and Last Inn.
Yay!
Thought to have been built over 700 years ago, the First and Last Inn at Senan is not by any means the oldest pub in Britain, but it does have a lot of interesting history. Smuggling was very big in the south of England during the 17th and 18th century, and Cornwall was very suitable in that it had a long expanse of rocky, virtually uninhabited coast with few revenue men to patrol it. The goods smuggled included tea, brandy, gin, rum and tobacco.
Here, here.
Woohoo! Obviously the essentials of living. Tea, obviously. Following numerous increases in tea tax, tea could be bought in Europe for 1/6 of the price in Britain, while French brandy was only 1/5 of the price.
What the fuck?
Ridiculous. The owner of the First and Last Inn during this time was a wealthy farmer and landlord, and I cannot say his first name, but it's Williams. Can you say that first name?
Dionysus.
It's something like that.
What a fucking name.
Dionysius?
Yeah.
Dionysius?
Williams, who also ran local smuggling operations with the help of the landlord and lady, Joseph and Annie George. Locals would be warned to face the walls when the smugglers were due to travel through their village, so that, if asked, they were able to say that they had not seen a thing.
Cheeky.
Senan was the centre of the smugglers' free trade, and the inn played a big part.
I love that. It's like, so cheeky, like, I didn't see. Like, you
Yeah.
bastards, you were there.
Yeah. Like, have some tea.
Turn around.
I was staring at a brick wall.
You know what? I was just out doing my gardening in my back garden where I did not see anything.
I heard horses and carriages, a lot of them, so I just looked right at the wall.
So I went inside and made tea. And with what?
Oh, yeah.
Smuggler.
With 1/6 the price of the one of Europe.
Yeah, what a joke.
So Senan was the centre of the smugglers' free trade, and the inn played a big part. Secret tunnels and passages were dug by smugglers to evade capture by government officials, and the glass-covered well that you see in the inn, known as Annie's Well, is thought to have been one of these. Joseph and Annie George managed to blackmail Williams into letting them live at the inn rent-free, due to their knowledge of his smuggling business. Williams eventually decided to remove them from the inn, which infuriated Anne, who then turned King's evidence against Williams, and he was served with long-term imprisonment. So for those who didn't know, I had to Google that word. He basically told the King's Guard, like, "Oi, I know something about this guy. He's a smuggler."
Which was a dick move because, yeah, you could get killed, like, hanged for smuggling
Yeah.
back then.
It was very,
Because obviously you're taking from the
You're a
ground.
criminal, basically.
Yeah, as soon as they up the prices 5 times on the stuff we want to buy.
Yeah. you're giving it to them for cheap, which is not a good sign. But yeah, let's just change the battery and then we'll be there.
So far.
Annie, who then turned King's evidence against Williams, was served with long-term imprisonment. Annie did not stop there. Her enemies increased as she continued to turn on other villagers.
So should. What a snitch.
Yeah, why?
Dirty little snitch. The villagers eventually had their revenge. To punish her, they staked her out on the beach at low tide. And as the water rose and the fishing nets pulled her down, Annie drew her last breath.
What the heck? Okay, that's a bit harsh.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
That's so, well,
That's their
not.
livelihood.
Yeah.
That's literally what they do.
And she probably got a few of them killed if she dobbed them in.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, they got hung and everything.
Okay, fair enough.
and for our listeners, you can imagine how bad. So you're on a beach, lead on your back, staked down, your arms and legs,
You're literally like
and
this.
then you're killed by the tide coming in.
So
How
it's literally
slow.
just the tide coming in. So imagine the waves like coming up, be like, oh, thank fuck.
Yeah, constantly. Can you imagine how many times you have like partial drowning before you actually die?
You just hope you pass out and just like
Oh.
not
Basically,
die.
Don't dub in your fellow folk.
Yeah, for saving you like 5 times the amount of what it costs.
Yeah, just pay the rent. Pay the rent and keep quiet. Turn your back. Look at the wall.
I don't know if that's good advice to our audience.
Pay your
That's
pent.
better than being dead.
That's true. Don't die, audience.
Just don't die. That's the word.
Past the beach drowning days now.
I don't know.
I could think of a few
The
people.
Shark's Kitchen.
Yeah, but they don't tend to drown you. They just fucking.
They just eat you instead. Anyway, Annie drew her last breath. They laid her body to rest in her bedroom at the inn before she was then buried in an unmarked grave in the cemetery next to the pub.
Oh,
So the church next to the pub is actually really cool. It's really old. I think it was dated back to 500 AD.
wow.
Is that right?
I think you are right. Yeah.
It's really old. It's quite small. It's quite mossy as well. But it's really cool church, if you're into churches.
Yeah.
And then I would love to know where Annie was buried.
That's it. That's a long question, isn't it?
Yeah.
You never find out. No one knows.
No one knows.
Probably think. I wonder when the last person who knew exactly where it was died. I bet that was like
That's a really cool theory, actually.
1800s at least, like early 1800s.
She still has her room at the inn, and she doesn't like anyone else sleeping in it, which she had made very clear with the new landlords and their pets over the years. Dreams of drowning and being covered in fishing nets are common of people who have stayed in her room, and cats have been found? Yeah. Cats have been found shut in wardrobes and drawers.
What a little bitch.
I know, right?
Yeah, that's awful.
Why cats? I mean, I'm not.
hate
I
cats.
wouldn't have a cat, but I don't dislike them.
A lot of people hate cats. They poop in your garden.
Yeah, but it just put that in with your fertilization, isn't it? For your plants.
So true, yeah. Unless your dog's wrong with it.
My dog doesn't roll in it, so I wouldn't know.
Lucky you.
Tables move here seemingly of their own
Accord.
volition.
Volition.
Accord works the same.
That's true.
Glasses fly through the air and pictures fall from the walls. Some have seen a lady on the landing and others have felt a touch of their hair or a sudden chill. One landlord stayed at the inn, but a single night before shutting up shop, swearing never to return.
Do you know what I'll add to that? There's, I think it's on YouTube now. It used to be on ITV Player, but they got rid of it. And it's called Extreme Ghost Stories of the UK, and it's one of my favourite things to watch when I'm bored. As of like these different like cool ghost stories, like first-hand experiences. And there's one woman who stayed. I don't know if she was. I think she was. Yeah, she's a previous landlady, and she stayed in Annie's room. And she had that thing. She had like she felt she was drowning. She couldn't move. It was like sleep paralysis type thing.
Yeah.
But then she saw Annie at the foot of her bed, covered in sand, staring at her.
Oh my god.
And that's like a really common thing. There's like one room. I think even the present one, the landlords and landlady that go in. It's just all the other ones are really nice and sunny and happy, and it's just her room is like, because they took, after she was stayed on the beach, they took her body back to the room.
That's what I said, yeah.
Yeah. So and
that's
left her
what-
there to.
Also, Annie's room at the moment is left vacant. Because of all the happenings, no one is staying in there.
Creeps me
Anyone.
out.
Yeah.
When they're like, you can't stay here because it's too haunted. I'm like, what?
Mm.
Yeah.
It's such a waste of a room.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
it
imagine,
is.
like, they probably do save it for people when they...
Yeah,
go and
people
investigate.
request it. I'm
Yeah.
sure they would give it out.
Yeah.
Like,
Why can they
sign
leave, like, a bed
something.
in there, just be like, yeah, okay, out your own
mm.
doing.
I believe it's all still furnished.
Mhm.
I think it's all just there, so we should definitely... There's so many things. When we've got money, we're going to travel fucking...
Mate.
Did we not go there?
Yeah, we've been to the first and last inn.
Where we sat
Ooh.
at the well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, wait.
And they had...
So there's different wells. So you can sit at the well at the Red Lion at Avebury, where it's an actual table. Or we have been to the first and last inn there,
We have, yeah.
where we paid...
So the other
Cool,
one
isn't
was the one where we sat at the well.
Yeah.
Where we had those chocolate puddings that look like plant pots.
That was there, wasn't it? It wasn't the Red Line, I think.
Yeah.
That was at the Red Lion at
That was
Avebury.
so
yeah.
yummy, wasn't that yummy?
Yeah.
That's such a nice pub. We used to go there all the time.
They've redone it now. They've made it more modern.
Yeah, and it's
That's
a bit
it.
annoying.
Why?
They fucked
you
it.
couldn't- There was another bit that you couldn't walk over. Where you could...
The bit that you can't walk over, that's the first and last inn.
Okay, I've mixed the two
Yeah.
up. Right. I usually do that.
But yeah, to be fair, they're probably the same era.
Yeah. But yeah, nah, it's creepy. I would love to see, because obviously the Annie's Well allegedly was a tunnel where they used to bring up the contraband and stuff. Where did it actually start? Because in my head, or from what I've seen, like, Selling Cove is a way away
Mm-hmm.
from the actual pub.
Yeah.
So they must have been digging for fucking age to get from the sea.
Yeah, I can't imagine they used that. They must have... I imagine it had a tunnel to store it and hide it. So I bet they brought it at night like they did.
Mhm.
I bet they stored it there, lowered it down, and then hid it behind the wall.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, they brought it into the pub and put it in that to
Yeah.
hide it.
But like,
Yeah.
at that time, if you own a pub near the sea, or at least in somewhere like Cornwall,
Mm.
surely you'd be like, I'm going to get smugglers.
100%.
Oh yeah,
Like, why
and
would
you
she,
wouldn't have
like,
any choice in the matter.
like, not having smugglers? Like, that was such a common thing. Like, in Cornwall,
Yeah.
you can walk with...
I think she was trying to be like,
I can't.
can you stop?
Do it every time.
Yeah, I think she was trying to be all high and mighty and like trying to get stuff for free as well as rent. So being like, oh yeah, don't worry, I'm gonna dob you in.
But
Really,
then
I'm gonna dob you in, but
her
give me free
hubby-
tea.
Where was her hubby and all
I don't
that?
Oh,
I actually don't know.
Would you
No.
think he was one that was like, yeah, kid on the beach? Go
probably.
Probably she's a bitch. Get rid of her.
on. Yeah.
Because the bloke that she dobbed in was like the top smuggler in Cornwall. So he had,
terrified.
he had loads of connections. So when he went to court, everyone testified against her. And they said
Yeah,
he
of
was
course.
innocent. And so he went free. And that's how
Yeah.
he got to her. And he's like,
Gosh,
you
you want to
bitch.
be friends with the smuggler at that time.
Oh,
you do not
100%,
want to be
yeah.
friends with the landlord. You
And
want
if-
to be friends with the smuggler.
I was gonna say, well, the landlord, well, not the landlord, the pub
Patron.
owner was the smuggler. So you'd be
Yeah.
great, wouldn't you? Like in the pub, you'd be. That was a scream. That was weird. Shelby even reacted to that.
I'd love to see her face in court when she was like, it's him that did it. And everyone's like, nope, wasn't him. Wasn't
Didn't
him.
see him.
Wasn't him.
I was
Wasn't
like,
him.
I've never seen this man
What?
before in my life.
I do not reclaim that.
No, actually, you would be so stupid to do that.
It-
Wouldn't
it-
you? Like, it's
yeah.
sad that she got killed the way she did, but
Oh,
be
that's
honest,
awful. Just put her
Tattletale.
in prison, but well, hang her.
Yeah.
Ah.
yeah,
But after that, how many do you reckon dobbed in smugglers?
not many.
Not many. As soon as that message got, that's all it is. It's a message.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
be like,
I mean, not
try
many
that.
people dobbed in smugglers anyway,
No.
did they?
Well,
That's why
because they
got
were
away
getting a
with it
good
for
deal
so
out
long.
of it, weren't they? It's like go and buy tea
Yeah.
down the market for like £10,000,
yeah.
or get for a
Yeah.
pound. By
And
from
think
a
about
pub.
how many pubs would have not existed without smugglers as well.
Oh yeah,
Like at the time, they really, really needed smugglers because of how crazy it was to get everything and the price of everything. And
yeah.
It was easy to get around because back then they had like, with like brandy and whatever, they had like big barrel drums on by the bar. So you would get like a receipt for when you bought that, and then you could just fill it up with whatever you want.
Oh yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
So they just like they just keep it full and just say, yeah, there's a receipt for this. I've just not sold much of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just been like times been tough with the taxes being high and all.
Yeah, I'm trying to not kill myself right now because these taxes are too fucking high. I think everywhere from like Devon across to like fucking Bournemouth
London.
down to Cornwall. Well,
Yeah.
London, yeah, especially fucking hell.
Yeah,
Oh my God, yeah.
when I was reading up on the story, it's literally like, so you always think of like Cornwall being like a smuggling region,
Yeah.
basically. But actually, if you think that the whole lower, like southern England, all
Mm-hmm.
the way across to London and that way,
Mm.
is 100% all smuggling.
Yeah.
Do you know what would have kept me away from smuggling in London? Is the fact that the Tower of London was so prominent then. That was like prime time to get fucked up.
That's why
We have back up and running, don't we?
Yeah, we need that going.
100%.
If we had the Tower of London as a threat to people, we probably wouldn't be in the state that we're in right now.
That's definitely the issue, is no one's scared of shit anymore.
Honestly, the series, if you've not joined our Patreon, go join it, because this is not even half of the actual footage that we've filmed today.
Yeah,
And that's 3 episodes. And Tamsin's breaking the table.
That was so heavy.
Yeah, this is one with one leg hanging off, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
On Tamsin's side. This might be interesting. Your candle's flying towards you in a
I'm
minute.
just waiting for the table to go, honestly. But yeah. Any thoughts, any opinions? Please leave them down below or on our Facebook page.
Yeah, weird experiences in pubs. If you've
Yeah,
never had it.
definitely.
We've been to plenty of haunted pubs, haven't we?
I was going to say, and this is going to be another subject that comes up again, because there's so many pubs in Britain.
Yeah, we'll definitely do this again. There's so many on the list that I could have picked.
Oh my god,
yeah.
so many. Honestly, ridiculous. Yeah. And then, as obviously Tamsin said in her story, many people come in and out of the pubs. Was it your story? Or was it
My story.
Yeah, it wasn't me,
Tom.
actually.
No,
I just
sorry.
took credit for that, but it wasn't.
I mean, Shelby said that. Yeah, but if you've been to these places we talked about, give us your experiences. That's what I know.
Yeah.
I'm so interested in what we've talked about.
Because it's so much more interesting when you've had people that are accountable for these stories.
Because I went on
real.
TripAdvisor to look for stories, and it's all like, I give this place 1 star. They didn't serve me in time.
Yeah,
right?
I was like, oh, piss off.
Just tell me about the demons.
Yeah,
Do you know what? I did see one on TripAdvisor. It wasn't for this one. I can't remember which one I was looking at. There was someone really angry about their room that was haunted, but genuinely, nobody warned me that there was a ghost in my room. Literally, and I was like, is this a piss take? What's going on? It was like a Karen complaining about being ghosted, all night. She was like, I didn't get one wink of sleep because this ghost was running around my room.
That's sick.
Oh my
The
god.
amount of people that pay good money to experience that, and she's just got it for free and to complain about it.
How much would you love for a ghost to just walk in now and be like, hi, I'm a ghost, ask me anything?
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh my god. Yeah, I need to know.
Yeah, I need to know all these things right now.
Yeah.
Hang on, can I make a list? Can you come back in a minute?
I love his rational
Karen.
head. She turns over oh, he's there again, for fuck's sake. I'm trying to sleep.
Just want to sleep, Gerald. Can you go away?
He's like, I want to tell you about your future. Fuck off.
Oh,
Tired.
your great-great-grandfather. I don't care.
Gonna be in the bank in the morning. Leave me alone.
Drive home.
Anyway, the camera's going to cut out soon.
Okay.
Say bye to YouTube.
Yeah, but thanks for watching and listening.
Thank you, and
Thanks.
we hope you enjoyed. And do like and subscribe.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next week for our chatty episode, which is
The wishes. Ooh, wishes.
no, which is the end of this series. So yeah.
Yeah.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye.